again to Kingman. Actually, I'm headed up to Lake Mead. I'm going to look at some acreage up there. 640 acres next to Lake Mead, and I'm continuing this little mini-series we've got going, Road Kill, the Tenant Trough, and I want to talk about the situation in Metro Phoenix with respect to how to deal with tenants in this extremely tough market for owners. So let me spin this camera around and we'll get to talking about positive things we can do with tenants. One of the most important things that owners need to be doing right now is bearing down on very deliberately to their rent rolls and paying attention to tenant weakness, not allowing it to protract itself. It's estimated that 20 to 25% of the office and retail market is in arrears, and that's pretty much parallel with, you know, the mortgage market. And those tenants who are not paying their rent, or miss a month, pay, miss 2 months, miss 3 months, pay, those are really catching up with owners now in the economy and in their property values. So when I talk about paying attention to rent rolls, what I'm really referring to is owners being proactive in how they manage their existing tenants. Too many times owners are like ostrich investors. They stick their head in the sand and hope that things get better. Things don't usually get better when tenants start lapsing, because tenants get the notion that, hey, not paying, I can get away with this, it's not important. So we need to proactively manage those tenants. With a 22-23% office vacancy rate in the Metro Phoenix market, there's a huge amount of weakness being created. In fact, from 2005 to 2009, we saw an 11% increase of vacancies, and that's about the equivalent of Los Angeles in vacancies that we incurred during a 4-year period. But the interesting thing is, back in 94 to 2009, 94 we were at 5% vacancy rate, and now we're almost 23. We did see some encouraging signs the first quarter of 2010, but not enough to make up a significant percentage of that deficit. Graduated rents, working on 3- and 5-year programs that have different incentive points, different types of graduated rents, learning the skill and art of diminishing space and how to price that diminishment of space appropriately in the market can really help your tenants. The trend is down, down, down in space, not up, up, up. Spaces above 3,000 square feet for smaller tenants, local neighborhood businesses, are going to feel the economic crunch a lot greater than larger spaces. So by offering different types of incentives, paying attention to rent rolls, and really managing tenant space rather than just watching tenant space, very important proactive position for owners to take. Jobs have a great deal to do with vacancy rates, and it's a factor that we often ignore. I forget exactly what the formula is, but I believe that it takes one white-collar job to lease 1,000 square feet of office space. And of course, white-collar jobs are pretty much in the tank at the moment and diminishing. And until jobs come back, we won't see an increase. So all of this means that we just have to be more proactive in the management of space. More proactive, more lenient and proactive on pricing and management of existing tenants. But for those new tenants coming in, having real good incentive programs that mean real dollars. I said in the last episode of Road Kill that property values are going down. It's a fact. And our ability to manage our way through what we're doing during the next 24 to 36 months, and some are saying 60 months, is going to be a skill that is kind of foreign maybe to some owners and some brokers as well. Well, think of tenants as assets that need to be managed all the time. Think of them as a stock or a commodity that needs to be watched and managed and traded and all those types of things. Because tenants are an asset, they are an economic asset, exemplified in the crafting of a lease document and the management of that lease document going forward. Well, this concludes part 2 of Road Kill, the Tenant Trough, and I'm almost into Kingman now, so I'm going to have to cut it off. But I'm Donald Teel with Arizona Commercial, and you can reach me anytime toll-free at 877-777-8100, or catch my blog at www.commercialwebpage.com. Thanks for being with me for this part 2 of Road Kill, the Tenant Trough. Good luck with your leasing. Call me anytime.